Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Knowledge with Aleem. If you're new here, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. We've got loads of fascinating content coming your way that you won't want to miss. Today is going to be an exciting one because we're diving into the wisdom-packed world of the power of now by Eckhart Tolle. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of living in the present moment and discovering your true self, you're in for a treat. Tucked to book cover and warm smile. In Chapter 1, we're going to learn how our mind can sometimes trick us into feeling disconnected and unhappy. But don't worry, we'll uncover the techniques to free ourselves from its grip and find that inner peace we all crave. Chapter 2 takes us on a journey of transformation as we explore the power of consciousness to heal emotional pain. It's time to break free from those old patterns that hold us back and embrace a new way of living, ready to infuse every moment with a newfound sense of aliveness. Chapter 3 shows us how to dive deep into the now, savoring life's simple joys and finding fulfillment in the present. Transition to Chapter 4, mind strategies for avoiding the now. We all have those sneaky mind strategies that try to pull us away from the present. In Chapter 4, we'll discover how to spot them and reclaim our focus so we can live with clarity and purpose. Chapter 5 is all about tapping into the power of presence. We'll learn how to find that inner stillness, no matter what life throws our way, and experience a whole new level of peace and understanding. Get ready to connect with the magic within you. Chapter 6 introduces us to the inner body, a source of vitality and unity that will leave you feeling more alive than ever before. Transition to Chapter 7, portals into the unmanifested. In Chapter 7, we'll open up the doors to the unmanifested, the realm of infinite possibilities. Buckle up as we explore the gateways to a whole new dimension of existence. Chapter 8 is all about love, understanding, and strengthening our relationships. We'll discover how being present with others can create deep connections and a lot more heartwarming moments. Want to find peace that goes beyond temporary happiness and unhappiness? Chapter 9 has the answers you've been searching for. Get ready to unleash that lasting contentment within you. So, if you're as excited as I am to delve into the life-changing insights of the power of now, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Knowledge with Aleem. We're on a journey of growth and discovery together. Thank you for joining us today. And remember, knowledge is power, but applying that knowledge is the key to a more fulfilling life. Stay curious, stay open-minded, and let's keep learning together. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a profound spiritual book that aims to guide readers towards a state of heightened consciousness and inner peace by emphasizing the importance of living in the present moment. The book consists of several chapters, each exploring different aspects of this transformative journey. Let's begin with Chapter 1. You are not your mind. Chapter 1 delves into the concept that many people identify themselves solely with their minds, which is a major source of suffering and unhappiness. Tolle explains that the mind is constantly active, generating an incessant stream of thoughts, worries, and memories. This incessant mental chatter often revolves around regrets about the past or anxieties about the future, leading individuals to become disconnected from the present moment, where true life unfolds. To explain this concept in a simple manner, let's use the metaphor of a river. Imagine your mind as a flowing river of thoughts. Most people are immersed in the river, carried away by the current of thoughts. They become so entangled in this flow that they lose touch with the stillness and beauty of the riverbank. the present moment. Tolle teaches that individuals should step back from this mental stream and observe it from a place of detached awareness. By doing so, they begin to realize that they are not the thoughts themselves, but rather the conscious observer of those thoughts. This realization is essential for transcending the limiting patterns of the mind and finding true freedom. By disidentifying from the mind, one can experience the power of now, a state of heightened awareness and presence. Tolle suggests that in the present moment, one can tap into an infinite reservoir of peace, joy, and inner strength. The book emphasizes that true fulfillment and liberation come from embracing the present moment and cultivating an attitude of acceptance and presence. To illustrate this concept further, imagine a clear sky. Your true nature is like that sky, vast, boundless, and serene. The thoughts in your mind are like clouds passing by. Although they may appear and disappear, the sky remains unchanged. Similarly, by recognizing the space of awareness beyond thoughts, you can connect with your true essence, which is beyond the turbulence of the mind. Chapter 1 sets the foundation for the transformative journey that the power of now offers. It encourages readers to question their automatic identification with their thoughts and emotions and opens the door to a new way of being, one that is anchored in the present moment, free from unnecessary mental suffering. Remember, Bob's teaching approach, inspired by Richard Feynman, encourages using examples and metaphors to facilitate understanding. If you'd like more detailed explanations or further insights from other chapters of the book, please let me know, and I'll be glad to continue the journey of exploration with you. Certainly. Let's continue with Chapter 2 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 2, Consciousness, the Way Out of Pain. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle delves deeper into the nature of consciousness and its role in liberating individuals from pain and suffering. He emphasizes that consciousness is not limited to the mind, and that true consciousness transcends thought. To better understand this concept, let's use an analogy. Imagine a room with two individuals inside. One is sitting by the window, looking out at the world outside, while the other is standing in the middle of the room, surrounded by various objects. The person sitting by the window represents the state of consciousness that is aware and observant of the world without being entangled in the objects in the room, representing thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances. Tolle explains that most people are like the person standing in the middle of the room, constantly preoccupied with the objects, thoughts, emotions, and situations in their lives, and thus they lose touch with their true consciousness. The key to inner peace and freedom lies in shifting our identification from the mental-emotional realm to the realm of pure consciousness, the observer of thoughts and emotions. He introduces the term pain, body, which refers to accumulated emotional pain from past experiences that resides within individuals. This pain, body, feeds on negative thinking and emotions, and it tends to resurface repeatedly, causing suffering in the present moment. By recognizing the pain, body as a separate entity from the true self, individuals can start to disidentify from it and stop fueling its energy. Tolle emphasizes the importance of staying present and conscious in challenging situations. When faced with pain, difficulties, or emotional turmoil, he advises readers to observe their reactions without judgment, which creates a space of inner stillness. This conscious presence acts as a powerful, transformational force, helping individuals dissolve the grip of the pain, body, and find a sense of peace, even amidst turmoil. Additionally, the chapter introduces the idea of surrendering to the present moment and accepting it as it is. Resistance to what is happening in the present only prolongs suffering. True acceptance is not passive resignation. Rather, it is a powerful way to transcend suffering and initiate positive change from a place of clarity. To further illustrate this concept, consider a lake. The surface of the lake represents the turbulence of our minds, thoughts, and emotions, while the depth of the lake symbolizes the stillness of pure consciousness. When the surface is turbulent, we cannot see the depth clearly. However, as the turbulence subsides, the depth becomes visible. Similarly, by quieting the mind through conscious presence, one can access the depth of pure consciousness and find inner peace. Chapter 2 of The Power of Now is about understanding the transformative power of consciousness and how it can lead to liberation from the cycle of pain and suffering. Embracing conscious presence and accepting the present moment become essential tools for experiencing true peace and inner freedom. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll continue our journey of understanding together. Absolutely. Let's delve into Chapter 3 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 3, moving deeply into the now. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle explores the concept of deepening our connection with the present moment and how to access the state of being that lies beyond the incessant activity of the mind. Tolle begins by highlighting the importance of being fully present in whatever one does, whether it's daily tasks, work, or simply being with others. He emphasizes that even mundane activities can become profoundly fulfilling when done with presence and mindfulness. To illustrate this, consider the act of washing your hands. Instead of merely going through the motions while your mind wanders elsewhere, try fully immersing yourself in the experience. Feel the sensation of water on your skin. Notice the temperature. Observe the sound of running water, and be present with each movement. By doing so, you infuse the activity with a sense of awareness and aliveness, and aim at a meditative and meaningful experience. Tolle introduces the idea of watching the thinker. This means developing the ability to observe the mind's incessant thinking without getting entangled in it. By becoming the watcher of your thoughts, you create space between you, the conscious observer, and your thoughts, the mental activity. This space allows you to experience a sense of freedom from the grip of the mind and its conditioned patterns. Furthermore, the chapter explores the notion of presence as the key to unlocking the door to enlightenment or awakening. Presence is the state of being fully conscious and aware without being dominated by the mind's incessant thinking. By cultivating presence, individuals can access their true essence, which is beyond the realm of thoughts and emotions. Tolle emphasizes that the present moment is the only place where life truly happens, and it is the gateway to self-realization. The more one practices being present, the deeper the connection with the essence of who they are. To help understand this concept, consider the analogy of a flower. The flower symbolizes the present moment, while the fragrance it emits represents the essence of your being. To experience the fragrance fully, you need to be fully present with the flower. In the same way, to access the depth of your true self, you need to be fully present in the now. Chapter 3 of The Power of Now encourages readers to deepen their presence and connect with the ever-present being beyond the mind's noise. By learning to watch the thinker, embracing the present moment, and being fully attentive in everyday activities, individuals can open the door to a profound sense of aliveness, joy, and peace. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep exploring together on this journey of understanding. Certainly. Let's continue with Chapter 4 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 4. Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle explores the various strategies of the mind that lead individuals to avoid the present moment. He highlights how the mind often operates through unconscious patterns that hinder the experience of true presence and inner peace. Tolle starts by discussing the concept of psychological time and how it dominates many people's lives. Psychological time is the continuous mental movement between past and future, where the mind dwells on memories, regrets, or worries about the future. By being fixated on these mental projections, individuals miss the richness of the present moment. To help grasp this idea, consider a clock. The clock represents time as measured by the mind, divided into hours, minutes, and seconds. However, true presence lies beyond the ticking of the clock. To access the timeless dimension, one needs to go beyond psychological time and embrace the eternal now. The chapter also addresses the concept of the pain body introduced earlier. The pain body is the accumulation of emotional pain from past experiences, and it feeds on negative thinking, which perpetuates its existence. The pain body's purpose is to survive and continue seeking situations that trigger emotional pain, even if it means creating conflicts and dramas in one's life. Tolle explains that the pain body can influence and control individuals, leading them to engage in unconscious behaviors and reactions. To break free from this pattern, one must become aware of the pain body's presence within themselves. By bringing conscious awareness to it, individuals can disidentify from its influence and prevent it from taking over their thoughts and actions. Furthermore, the chapter explores how the mind uses various strategies to avoid the present moment. One common strategy is excessive thinking, which creates mental noise and prevents individuals from experiencing the stillness and silence of the present. Another strategy is the search for happiness through external possessions or achievements, believing that true fulfillment lies in the future. This perpetuates a cycle of discontent and restlessness, because the mind always projects happiness as something yet to be attained. Tolle also addresses the role of unconscious identification with roles and labels. Many people define themselves solely by their roles, such as job titles, social status, or relationships. By doing so, they lose touch with their true essence beyond these external identifications. The chapter concludes by encouraging readers to become more aware of these mind strategies and how they prevent us from accessing the power of the present moment. By observing the mind's patterns and identifying with the conscious observer, rather than the mind's contents, individuals can experience a profound shift in their state of being. Chapter 4 of The Power of Now offers insights into the mind's patterns and strategies that hinder present moment awareness. By recognizing and disengaging from these patterns, individuals can liberate themselves from the grip of the mind and embrace the transformative power of the now. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the power of now together. Certainly. Let's continue our exploration with Chapter 5 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 5. The State of Presence. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle delves deeper into the state of presence, also known as being present or awakening. He emphasizes that the state of presence is not something to be achieved in the future. It is always available in the now. The chapter focuses on the profound shift that occurs when individuals fully embrace the present moment and awaken to their true essence. Tolle explains that the state of presence is characterized by a heightened sense of aliveness, alertness, and inner stillness. In this state, individuals are not consumed by the incessant stream of thoughts, and they experience a profound sense of peace and clarity. He emphasizes that the key to accessing this state is to disidentify from the mind and its incessant thinking. By becoming the observer of thoughts, rather than being fully immersed in them, individuals can create space for presence to emerge. To further illustrate this concept, consider the analogy of a stage. Imagine that the stage represents the space of presence, and the drama unfolding on the stage represents the mind's constant activity. When you identify solely with the drama, the mind's thoughts, you become absorbed in the play. However, when you step back and become the observer of the play, you access the stillness and vastness of the stage, the space of presence. Tolle also addresses the concept of the inner body, which is the subtle energy field within individuals. By bringing conscious awareness to the inner body, individuals can ground themselves in the present moment and experience a sense of aliveness and unity with all life. Moreover, the chapter explores the idea of surrendering to the present moment. Surrender is not a form of weakness or giving up. Rather, it is the willingness to accept and be at one with what is. Surrendering to the present moment allows individuals to transcend resistance and find peace even in challenging situations. Tolle emphasizes that the state of presence is not dependent on external circumstances. It is always accessible, regardless of the external conditions. Therefore, true liberation comes from realizing that the essence of who you are is beyond the mind and the external world. Chapter 5 of The Power of Now invites readers to embrace the state of presence and experience the profound transformation that arises from being fully present. By disidentifying from the mind, surrendering to the now, and connecting with the inner body, individuals can access a state of heightened consciousness and experience the joy and peace of the present moment. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the power of now together. Of course. Let's continue our journey. Chapter 6. The Inner Body. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle delves deeper into the concept of the inner body and its significance in accessing the state of presence and inner peace. Tolle begins by explaining that the inner body is not a physical organ, but rather a subtle energy field that exists within every individual. It is the felt sense of aliveness that permeates the physical body. By bringing conscious awareness to this inner energy field, individuals can anchor themselves in the present moment and connect with their true essence, beyond the mind. To better understand the inner body, imagine the physical body as a container, and the inner body as the life force energy that animates it. When you direct your attention inward, you can start to feel this subtle energy as a tingling, vibrating, or pulsating sensation. By focusing on this sensation, you shift your consciousness from the external world and the mind's incessant thinking to the realm of pure presence. Tolle teaches that when you are fully present with the inner body, you enter a state of beingness or stillness. This is a state of inner peace and harmony, free from the mental noise and emotional turbulence that often dominate our lives. The chapter also explores how connecting with the inner body allows individuals to dissolve the illusion of separateness and experience a sense of interconnectedness with all of life. This realization brings about a deep sense of joy and unity. Furthermore, Tolle explains that the inner body is timeless, meaning it exists beyond the constraints of past and future. By accessing this timeless dimension within, individuals can break free from the grip of psychological time and enter the eternal now, the realm where true transformation and self-realization occur. To help grasp this concept, consider the analogy of a vast ocean. The surface of the ocean represents the outer physical body, and the depth of the ocean symbolizes the inner body, the depth of your being. The waves on the surface may be turbulent, but the depths remain calm and still. Similarly, by diving into the depths of your inner body, you can access the serenity and wisdom that lie beyond the surface level fluctuations of the mind. Chapter 6 of The Power of Now encourages readers to explore the inner body and develop a conscious connection with this subtle energy field. By doing so, individuals can access a profound state of stillness, unity, and timelessness, a state where the power of the present moment unfolds. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the power of now together. Let's continue our exploration with Chapter 7 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 7. Portals into the Unmanifested. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle discusses the concept of the unmanifested and how individuals can access this deeper dimension of existence through portals of presence. Tolle defines the unmanifested as the realm of pure potentiality, the formless and timeless source from which all manifestation arises. It is the creative intelligence and energy that underlies the manifested world. By accessing this dimension, individuals can tap into their true power and creativity. The chapter explores various portals, or entry points, that lead individuals into the unmanifested. These portals are states of heightened consciousness that allow one to transcend the limitations of the mind and experience the depth of the present moment. One of the primary portals is the state of acceptance. When you fully accept the present moment as it is, without resistance or judgment, you align with the unmanifested. Acceptance doesn't mean you condone or passively endure challenging situations, but it's about acknowledging and embracing what is with openness and presence. Another portal is surrender. When you surrender to the present moment, you release the need to control or manipulate life. Surrendering is not a sign of weakness, but rather a recognition of the limitations of the egoic mind. Through surrender, you open yourself to a higher intelligence that guides your actions and choices. Tolle also explores the portal of enjoyment, which is about finding joy in simple, everyday activities. When you fully engage with what you are doing, whether it's work, hobbies, or interactions with others, you access the joy of being and connect with the unmanifested. Additionally, the chapter discusses the portal of deep stillness, which is accessed through inner stillness and silence. By quieting the mind and being fully present with the inner body, you create a space for the unmanifested to reveal itself. To illustrate this concept, consider the analogy of a flower. The flower represents the manifested world, the world of forms. However, the essence of the flower, the life force and creative energy, is the unmanifested. By being fully present with the flower, you can sense the depth of its essence beyond its physical appearance. Chapter 7 of The Power of Now invites readers to explore these portals of presence and discover the deeper dimension of existence, the unmanifested. By embracing acceptance, surrender, enjoyment, and stillness, individuals can access their true power and creativity and experience the profound joy and peace of the present moment. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the power of now together. Let's continue our exploration with Chapter 8 of the Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 8. Enlightened Relationships. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle delves into the topic of relationships and how embracing presence and consciousness can transform the way individuals relate to others. Tolle begins by highlighting the challenges that arise in relationships due to the egoic mind's dominance. The ego thrives on drama, conflict, and power struggles, which often lead to disharmony and suffering in relationships. By being unconscious of their egoic patterns, individuals contribute to the perpetuation of these dynamics. To break free from the destructive patterns, Tolle suggests that individuals start with themselves by cultivating self-awareness. By becoming aware of their own egoic tendencies, they can disidentify from them and prevent them from influencing their interactions with others. The chapter explores the concept of presence as the key to transforming relationships. When individuals are fully present with each other, without judgment or the need to control, they create a space of acceptance and love. In this space, conflicts dissolve and true connection and understanding emerge. Tolle also addresses the idea of active listening as a way to practice presence in relationships. Active listening involves giving full attention to the other person without interrupting or forming judgments. By listening with presence, individuals can establish a deep level of communication and compassion. Moreover, the chapter delves into the nature of romantic relationships and how they can become an opportunity for personal and spiritual growth. When individuals in a relationship prioritize presence and authenticity, they support each other's evolution and can move beyond the usual power struggles. Tolle emphasizes that true love arises from the space of presence and interconnectedness. Love is not based on attachment or possessiveness, but on the recognition of the essence of the other person. In this state of love, individuals experience a sense of unity with others and the world. To help grasp this concept, consider the analogy of a flame. Each person's consciousness is like a flame. When two flames come together, they merge and create a greater and more luminous flame. In the same way, when individuals come together with presence and love, they enhance each other's light and experience a deeper connection. Chapter 8 of The Power of Now invites readers to explore how the state of presence can transform relationships. By becoming aware of their egoic patterns, practicing active listening, and embracing love rooted in presence, individuals can foster harmonious and enlightened connections with others. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the Power of Now together. Let's continue our exploration with Chapter 9 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 9. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, there is peace. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle delves into the nature of happiness and unhappiness and how individuals can transcend these fleeting emotional states to find lasting peace and contentment. Tolle starts by discussing the impermanent nature of happiness and unhappiness. Both arise from external circumstances, and they are subject to change. When things go well, individuals experience happiness. But when things don't go as expected, unhappiness ensues. By being solely dependent on external events for their emotional well-being, individuals remain trapped in a cycle of ups and downs. To break free from this cycle, Tolle introduces the concept of the joy of being. The joy of being is a state of inner peace and contentment that transcends the fluctuations of the external world. It is not dependent on circumstances, but arises from connecting with one's true essence, the formless, eternal consciousness beyond the egoic mind. The chapter explores the idea of embracing allowance rather than resistance to the present moment. Resistance to what is creates unhappiness, while acceptance and allowance create peace. When individuals fully accept the present moment, they align with the flow of life and experience a sense of ease and inner harmony. Tolle also discusses the role of the mind in perpetuating the search for happiness and the fear of unhappiness. The mind constantly projects its idea of happiness into the future, making it elusive and unattainable. By recognizing this pattern and staying present, individuals can free themselves from the burden of seeking happiness externally. Moreover, the chapter explores the concept of witnessing emotions without identifying with them. Emotions come and go, but the true self, the conscious observer, remains unchanged. By allowing emotions to be, without resisting or suppressing them, individuals can experience a deep sense of inner peace. To help understand this concept, consider the analogy of a vast sky. The sky represents the space of pure consciousness, while the clouds passing by represent emotions and thoughts. No matter how stormy or calm the clouds may be, the sky itself remains untouched and vast. Similarly, by connecting with the spaciousness of pure consciousness, individuals can find peace beyond the transient fluctuations of emotions. Chapter 9 of The Power of Now invites readers to transcend the pursuit of happiness and escape from the grip of unhappiness. By accessing the joy of being, embracing allowance, and witnessing emotions without identification, individuals can discover lasting peace and contentment within themselves. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the power of now together. Certainly. Let's continue our exploration with Chapter 10 of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Chapter 10, The Meaning of Surrender. In this chapter, Eckhart Tolle delves deeper into the concept of surrender and its profound significance in the journey of awakening and living a life of presence. Tolle begins by explaining that surrender is not a sign of weakness or giving up. Rather, it is a powerful act of aligning the flow of life. Surrender involves letting go of the ego's need for control and accepting the present moment as it is, without resistance or judgment. The chapter explores surrender as the key to transcending the egoic mind and entering the realm of pure consciousness. The ego thrives on resistance and identification with thoughts and emotions. Through surrender, individuals disidentify from the ego and connect with their true essence beyond the mind. Tolle discusses how surrender can be challenging for the ego, as it fears losing its sense of separate identity. The ego clings to the past and the future, trying to maintain a sense of control. By surrendering, individuals release this constant struggle and find freedom in the present moment. Moreover, the chapter examines the concept of non-resistance and how it relates to surrender. Non-resistance is the acceptance of what is without judgment or the need to change it. When individuals resist the present moment, they create suffering for themselves. Non-resistance allows them to flow with life and find inner peace. Tolle also emphasizes that surrender is not a mental or forced action. It is a state of being, a shift in consciousness. Surrender happens when individuals are fully present and allow life to unfold without interference from the egoic mind. Chapter explores the idea of surrendering to the intelligence of life itself. When individuals let go of the need to control and trust in the greater intelligence that underlies all existence, they can navigate life with ease and grace. To help understand this concept, Consider the analogy of a river. The river represents the flow of life, while the banks represent the limitations of the egoic mind. When individuals resist the flow of the river and try to control it, they experience struggle. However, when they surrender to the current and let the river carry them, they find peace and move effortlessly with life. Chapter 10 of The Power of Now invites readers to explore the true meaning of surrender and its transformative power. By letting go of resistance, releasing the need for control, and trusting in the flow of life, individuals can experience a profound shift in consciousness and embrace the joy and peace of the present moment. If you'd like to continue exploring more chapters or have specific questions related to the book, feel free to let me know, and we'll keep uncovering the wisdom within the power of now.